Alright, so let me take your door off. 94 Ranger XLT. Got a screw here, Phillips. Remember, it's just plastic, so I got a Phillips up here. And we got a Phillips down here. Mine, as you can see, a little loose. Don't need to take that out because it's broken. Then also, last but not least, got a handle here. What you gotta do, pry that off. See that? Twist it out the way. You got a T20 in there. Conveniently located T20. Now this is on splines, so it'll be easy to put back in at whatever angle. You just look at the other door while you're doing this. And then, it's as simple as, you don't need to push that down. I find it to be helpful. Just kind of lift up. There you go. As you can see, I already took my speaker out because that's what I'm going to be replacing. It's that simple. And then just do it in reverse order, put it back in. Got some upgraded speakers from my 94 Ford Ranger. Took the door off. As you can see, got these little connectors because soldering isn't worth the $8 it costs to buy these. Speakers in a decent package. As you can see, nice blue color. Got the component speakers. Took the screen off of the housing because it looks like you put the bolts through there. Maybe. So we'll try doing it that way, using their bolts, of course, as opposed to the ones that were in the truck, and I'll let you know how that goes. These obviously have two different sizes to go on the two different size clips. Should just be plug and play. Alright, so I decided not to use these or this because the other one didn't before. So we just got the original bolts in there, and I think it looks pretty good. It looks like it's not sticking out too far. We'll know for sure when we try to put the door back on, but based on everything else in the door, you know, like this, and the handle where that's all sitting, I think we should be alright. So let's slap the door back on. I think it's easier to do the window down. So obviously if yours has power windows, you just gotta plug your switch back in. But it's easy either way, you know what I'm saying? So to hang it back up, I like to put the window down because that way you can reach through the back to hold this, make sure it lines up. And then you just got to make sure that all your clips go back in. You should be all set. You can tell the door panel's on because you can still pull these little things, but this is locked in. It's locked in down there, and obviously my screw is messed up, but right here, right near that latch, there's a lock right there, so you should be able to pull on this all and it shouldn't come off. If it does, try again. I had a little bit more trouble getting this panel off. All I had to do was pop the handle trim out from the top. You can see, pop it off. Clips here, or actually it goes like this specifically because clips are on the top, and then there's little tabs at the bottom that hook in, so you pull from the top and you pull it out, and then you can pull from right here and get good center leverage to get it out. That's what the stock speaker looks like. The reason I'm replacing them is they're getting that rattly sound, which means the paper is probably torn around the edges just because they're old and cheap, you know. You can see the stock wiring harness has those terminals, which you could just cut those wires, you know, just know which one's positive and negative, and then solder or crimp on your own crimps. But I'll tell you what, these, when it's cold outside, snow everywhere, these things are worth every penny. Find the tab, line it up. Bet you I can do this one-handed. Easy. That simple. See? 2 hands put speaker in. No, 2 hands. If you set your speakers down next to where you put your screws, make sure to check the magnet on the bottom. No more rattling. So they work pretty good for the price. I'll tell you what, they'll beat these any day. A little thing I didn't specifically mention about pulling this up when you're putting the door back in with the reaching around through the window is that being up is just a little bit longer than all the tabs. So you stick that in first, just a little bit, just enough to where it won't fall out. And then you go ahead and push the door panel flush and then push it down. You can feel this grab right up here as soon as this grabs. And then you just go down here and pull right here. Pull right here. And if it all feels flush, you're all set. Punched a little bit, I guess. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the other stuff that's gonna come with the Pyle speakers. So we got these cables, so if you were gonna run them yourself to your own system, they already got it pre-wire stripped, your 2 wires here, and then you got your connectors already on, and you can see they have the insulation. I guess that one fell off, you just pull it up, easy peasy. Be alright gauge wire for a speaker this small. Again, you're not buying this for its amazing performance. You're buying it because it fits whatever vehicle or spot you want to put it in for a price. A pretty decent price. Acceptable price. Screws, right? You got these metal tabs for hardware. That's that way if you're hooking it through a thinner piece of sheet metal or maybe something that you want to use these screws because these screws that came with it wouldn't clear. Use these so that way you can get your proper template. So you get your proper holes in the right spots. So it comes with this template, so you could cut that out if you wanted to, do whatever you need to if you're making your own surround. It comes with a little support piece of paper as well. And as you can see, I didn't put these in. Didn't really need to. Seem to be alright. I'll keep them, you know, just in case I end up doing something different with the door panels or moving speakers to something else. So they're alright quality, you know. I'll keep all this stuff together. And worst case scenario, if I buy different speakers that don't come with something like this, I can always use those.